All right. If you're still here, that means your brain isn't completely fried and you do have somewhat of an attention span. So what I want to advocate for is in your daily life, I want to advocate for being a bit more bored. Now, I'm not saying literally make your life less interesting, make yourself less happy. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that there are some things such as foods or games or social media that they I think they've advanced at a rate that is just, I know I'm going to sound like a prehistoric boomer, but I think some of these things have advanced at too quickly of a rate, and the human mind can barely kind of keep up with that. So we're always just looking for the next best possible thing, and your brain is kind of like, hey, this is like amazing. Can you give me more of this? Anything less, and I'm gonna be upset. Like, just give me the best, please, always. Like that's what happens to a lot of people who kind of indulge in a lot of the stuff. So being specific with examples, let's say sugary stuff, food, drinks. For example, if you're one of those people who cannot drink water for any reason, it needs to be soda or juice. You might be falling prey to this. And I know because I was one of those people too. If you're constantly consuming soda, juice, whatever, when you do drink water, your brain is like, what the hell is this? Give me the good stuff. Are you kidding me? I don't want this boring shit. But if you drink water every single day, then your brain is like, oh yeah, this is normal hydration. But if you're taking in what your brain considers to be, the best thing ever all the time, it's just gonna be a bit painful when you try to get anything that's normal. For food, bread and donuts, right? Donuts are better than bread, right? Can we all agree with this? Compared to donuts, bread is boring, right? So if you're always eating donuts, you go to bread, your brain's like, what, come on, man, what is this? What is this? I don't want this shit, man. This is boring as hell. Give me some donuts, the good stuff. You can get the good stuff, right? Let's go. That's the best. Why not do the best? Why? So your brain will get that kind of, hey, gimme. We did this before. This is great. Why don't you do it again? You can get it. You can buy it. You can do it. It makes your brain very, very picky, but only for stuff that's not great, right? Moving on to video games, for example, I don't think all games are like this. There's definitely an argument to be made that a lot of games are art. It's a medium of entertainment, just like anything else. So there's art to be had. However, the majority of popular games these days are just trash meter building simulators. Okay, you play Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, blank, 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 blank. It's just you play the game, which is whatever. Then you reach the end of the match. The points get added up. You get all this stuff. The meter fills up. The meter hits the end. Boom, you get a new meter to fill up. Wow. That's kind of what it is. Just a bunch of meters filling up. Sometimes it gets so bad for people that they don't even enjoy the game anymore. It's just, they play the whole game, they play the whole match, whatever. The connection gets lost at the end and they lose the points. And they're like, I'm so upset. I don't care about any of the fun I had. I don't care. I need the points. I need the points. Without the points, this is pointless. Literally. Some people get that bad, right? And the games this way are kind of designed to do that. To just keep filling up those bars, playing matches just to fill up bars, not really for fun anymore, right? So with the food, what you can do to kind of combat some of this is ease into more normal foods, eat more bread, drink more water. Do it slowly or just phase out the hyper stuff, With games, how do you do that? You play fewer games, I guess. Or play puzzle games, single player only games. But you got to be careful with RPGs because that's just all bar filling as well. I didn't realize this till recently, but RPGs are basically almost the same thing as like Fortnite and other stuff. You fill up all these bars. With RPGs, you're filling up the bars the same way just to level up your stats and stuff. It's almost the same thing. Except there is an end in an RPG. You can reach like 99 or whatever. But so single player puzzle games that can help. Um, the other thing, social media. That's a big one. That's probably the biggest one for everyone. Any single moment that you want any stimulus, just get on your phone. Just get on freaking YouTube, Instagram, whatever. TikTok. Just get on there. And that's it. It's gotten to the point where most people, it's like, oh, I've been bored for 3 seconds. Let me get this. I gotta see it. I gotta look at it, see it, and mom out of it. It's kind of wild. I mean, obviously, this isn't anything new. People know social media is kind of just designed to get you in there endlessly, checking stuff, right? So what you can do, this is something I've done recently. Delete most social media. Regardless of any advice ever, if you have Twitter, delete that. It'll make your life about 20% better no matter where you are in life. Other stuff, I would say maybe reduce notifications and just kind of work on that habit of not just going straight to social media or whatever when you're bored. Here's something I tried, and I recommend you guys try too. If you commute to work, let's say your commute's like half an hour or something manageable. If you usually listen to music or podcast, whatever, on your way to work, try not doing that. Like literally be alone with your thoughts. Just try it. Just literally try to go to work in silence. Try it out. You might be thinking, that's painful, that sounds boring. I'm not doing that. That's too much. Try it out. Try it out. You'll be surprised at how your mind will fill in the time. If that's a little too much, what you can do is, I know a lot of people when they're eating, they watch YouTube, listen to something, whatever. Next time you eat, don't listen to anything. Just look at your food, eat your food. All right? Same thing applies. It seems a little, oh my God, it's boring. I don't want to just eat. Are you crazy? But your brain will fill in the gaps of the silence. It's okay. It's okay to for things to be quiet a bit. It really is. Now, for myself, I've worked on that stuff. I've done what I've suggested to you and more, and I found that my memory actually improves because it's not getting sidetracked by every little minute I pull out my phone. And it makes me just more mindful of my actions as well, right? I might get into this later, but I do recommend meditation as well. But just being aware, not what I mean by mindful is not being a weird monk or whatever. I'm saying you want to be aware of what you're doing, not hey, I'm bored, whoosh, pull up the phone, right? Just be aware, saying hey, my mind's not really being stimulated by the environment too much, but that's okay. I know I could pull out my phone, but I don't feel like I'm going to. I'm aware that that's something that I just kind of did, but how about I don't right now? At least for now. Let me just chill. Just be aware of what I do and just intentionally do it or not do it, It's been very helpful. I really recommend people to just be a little more boring. What I mean by boring is kind of not necessarily go straight for the super hyper crazy shit all the time. Just be a little more normal. From your perspective, it might seem like becoming more boring, but just try to be a little more normal. It'll make your second to second daily life a little better. You'll be a little less stressed, less anxious. Give it a shot.